So if structure and predictability are what make automation possible, how do you see unstructured data shaping what types of AI projects succeed or fail?
So for AI or any problem, you're only as good as the data you put into it, right? Garbage in, garbage out. Which means I need to have a full view of my data. I need to have a way to enrich it, to then ultimately curate it. These are the files that I want to deliver somewhere. And the deliver somewhere might be to my model, right? It might be to an archive. It might be to a cleanup engine. So the problem of inventory, enrich, curate to my desired data product or data catalog is not a new problem. What's brought it back in vogue is AI. People are realizing that I need to go through that process to deliver the right data to the models for better results.
And building on that, what are some first practical steps enterprises should take now to make sure that their data is truly AI ready?
Step one is you need to know what you have. Like if you don't have an inventory of everything you have, how can you even possibly go to what would step two be? An inventory of everything you have is step one, and then you weed out what you want and what you don't want. Getting an inventory of what you have, trying to introduce some discipline. And if you think about it, software is best practices codified. So what is what is your discipline, right? So in an old paper-based world, you wouldn't just throw all your papers on the conference room table. And then if Josh needed to find something, he would just go in the conference room table and shuffle through this haystack. You eventually put a filing clerk in the middle of that. And now it becomes predictable of where that data may live and where I might find it to know it's there. Again, search also doesn't solve that problem, right? Because with search, you have to invoke what you're searching for. I have to know something might exist to search on it, right? And I might even have to know what it's called, right? I could search on engine and maybe miss a bunch of stuff that's called motor, right? So search does not always solve that problem because it requires a priori knowledge. I have to know something might exist to search on it. And the converse of that problem is to bubble up what exists. Start with an inventory. Start with how you would introduce best practices if you were doing that manually, and then AI just helps accelerate that.